Our next presenter is Mr. Christian Etchison.
Hello, my name is Christian Etchison, and I will be reciting a piece from the film High Fidelity. In the film's opening credits, after his girlfriend Laura had just broken up with him and had left his Chicago apartment, record store owner and audiophile Rob Gordon compiled a list of his all-time top 5 desert islands' most memorable breakups to try to figure out what went wrong. Seeing flashbacks during his junior high, high school, and college years throughout the film. My desert island all-time top 5 most memorable breakups in chronological order are as follows: Allison Ashmore, Penny Hardwick, Jackie Alden, Charlie Nicholson, and Sarah Kendrew. Those are ones that really hurt. Can you see your name on that list, Sarah? Maybe it's taking top 10, but there's no room for you in top 5. Sorry, those places are reserved for the kind of humiliation and heartbreak you're just not capable of delivering. You really want to mess me up? You should have gotten to me earlier. Which brings us to number 1 on the all-time breakup list, Allison Ashmore. One day they weren't there, not in any form that interested us anyway, and the next, you couldn't miss them. They were everywhere, and they'd matured. To be honest, we didn't even know what we wanted. It was something interesting, disturbing even. My relationship with Allison Ashmore lasted for 6 hours. 2 hours after school before the Rockford Files for 3 days in a row. But on the 4th afternoon, Kevin Bannister. I'd like to think that since I was 14, times have changed. Relationships become more sophisticated, females less cruel, skin's thicker, instincts more developed. But there seems to be an element in that afternoon that everything that's happened to me since. All my romantic stories are a scrambled version of that first one. For me and Sarah, number 4 on the all-time list, we matched. She'd just been dumped by some jerk named Michael. I just been run over by Charlie, so it made sense to pull our collective loathing for the opposite sex together. And while we were at it, get to share ourselves with somebody at the same time. We were frightened of being left alone for the rest of our lives. Only people of a certain disposition are frightened of being left alone for the rest of their lives at 26. We were of that disposition. So when she told me I meant someone else, it was contrary to the whole spirit of our relationship. So, how come I got dumped? For a couple of years, I was a DJ at a club. I was good at it, I think. And while I was doing it, it was the happiest I've ever been. That's where I met Laura. She was already a lawyer, but she worked for a legal aid, hence the leather jacket and the clubbing. Oh, I liked her right away. To be honest, I hadn't met anyone as promising as Laura since I started DJing. And meeting promising women is the kind of thing DJing is supposed to be about. And anyways, we moved on from there. She lost her apartment in Lakeview, and she moved in with me. And it stayed that way for years. She didn't make me miserable, or anxious, or ill at ease. Yeah, it sounds boring, but it wasn't. It wasn't spectacular either. It was just good, but really good. Number 5, Jackie Alden. Jackie Alden's breakup had no effect on my life whatsoever. It was a casual thing, and I was glad when it ended. I just slotted her in to bump Laura out of position. Now, congratulations, Laura. You made it into the top 5. Number 5, with a bullet. Welcome. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Etchison.